at all. So we'll get straight back
Not miss much. He's the greatest solo kill of all time. What do you mean? It's just getting it onto the Slark coming through. You will never see that again, and we will not see a replay coming through as we get a Chen probably about to die to the first use of the lasso. We gotta be honest, Aries. You know, the chat, they trust us.
Well, we missed 2 kills, so still in the hang on. Look at this, a coil onto 3. Avatar mode.
Nice
Where's the
play,
damage, brother? There's no damage. Nowhere to be seen. Excellent. Gets a kill onto Playhard. And he was sniping away the Arcane Rune, unfortunately, so the Batrider's not going to be playing with this one. You did mention a solo kill, and that was down bottom. Xiaoyu, with the Rolling Thunder, was able to get a solo kill onto the Slark a couple of minutes ago, and that was one I was not expecting in this matchup. I've been in a bit of trouble, actually, though.
Bottom lane, though. Oh, and might have just missed his opportunity to be able to continue and close in onto that kill. But Fortune Soul, he's still doing a fine enough job down here. You know, obviously, giving up a kill isn't the sort of thing that you want to be doing in a solo lane. I still think before we had those technical issues.
There's a Doom out. Oh. Roger, great TP in's going to be able to get at least some space for the Faceless Void to cut through the tree line.
Oh, he can't cut anything if he's doomed.
Oh no, and Ryu, he doesn't catch up. MKS.
No, he doesn't. Surely not. He's a little too low. But he had the Chronosphere available. I was thinking maybe if Exilode is there, they try and get something happening, but not quite. Instead, Avatar Mode has actually been able to steal away a few of these stacks, and is it maybe going down here? No, we'll TP away. What I was saying before was, I know that you can jungle with Set on the Chen once you've got that Bassi ring and once you're like level 2 with a Penitence, but I really feel like he needed to be playing around that bottom lane a little bit more. As soon as you hit level 3, get that Holy Persuasion up, you got to get the mana burn creep. You've got to prevent Xiaoyu from getting anything at all out of this lane because, like I was saying before, you're a Pango. You rely on your Q to be able to get a lot of these last hits, and if you don't have mana, you just can't do that. So I feel like it's a pretty big mistake.
Making it go onto Enryu. Roger with the Fissure from the right side, and MKS playing with the time dilation, but it has now expired. So Enryu will be able to try and find some distance away. A lot of damage onto the Doom, but he's alright.
What I do like about Neon, though, is that they've made these rotations with the supports to make sure that these power runes are secured. Now Avatar Mode, he's got the haste rune, probably not one of the better ones for the puck at this stage, just because, like we saw before, even though he got that triple Dream Coil off, there just wasn't the damage connecting through just yet. You really need someone else to be able to play with.
Roger, no! What a slow death. This is what you've come to see always in kind of the Clockwork into the Earthshaker matchups. It's never fun at all. And you were mentioning the puck with the haste rune. He's going to look to charge down bottom. As Fortune Soul's already making it go into the pain clear, but with the coil, it's going to prevent the Rolling Thunder. A great movement coming out from Avatar Mode, looking to connect with Fortune Soul to slow down the pain goes game in our top lane. MKS, he's stuck. Not enough mana for the Time Walkers. Play hard in combination with Enryu is able to get another big kill onto an RSG core.
All right, things are going much better for Neon this time around. I should have probably said the one place that the puck could make a kill happen because of that lack of damage was the bottom lane with the Slark. You know, you land that Dream Coil. Slark has the damage potential to start stacking things up.
Ice connects onto Play Hard. Double rotation from Silen and Xiaoyu. They're going to try and catch up to Enryu as well. I don't believe he's going to tick out. But it's going to be up to Exilin now to close the distance. He's got a couple of sticky knee palms to play with, but not enough for them to catch up to Enryu.
Xiaoyu just missing with the swashbuckle as well, which means he's able to get back. He's able to continue on his farming merry little way. Speaking of that mana burn, Enryu's been able to pick that up too, which is why they've been able to go for a couple of these kill attempts onto MKS. You can see he TP'd mid. He wants nothing to do with wherever the Doom is playing right now because it takes away so much of his just escape potential if he's just playing on 0 mana.
Avatar Mode. They might not even... Alright, MKS gonna drop it. Clips onto 2. Meanwhile, Silen's gonna try and deal with the puck. They recognize they might not have the damage for the Clockwork unless the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast connects. And, well, that's gonna be off the mark. So now it's up to Xiaoyu. With a Rolling Thunder, it's going to try and catch him out of the tree line, and thanks to MKS blocking off the escape, Xiaoyu can hit a quick U-turn and get the connection.
Clever little play from Seth there, moving the Centaur into place just to give him something to hookshot to because the creep wave wasn't quite there yet, but not so great play by just letting the Centaur die afterwards without even getting the stomp off. So you take the good, take with the bad. It at least is a big rotation coming towards mid with all 3 of the cores on RSG, so that gives a little bit more time for both Enryu as well as Fortune Soul to just continue farming up. Of course, he needs to just absolutely dominate this game on the Slark, and I mean, against the Faceless Void, really doesn't feel like he'll have the capability to do so, but every little bit counts. He's shown that he's very, very capable of farming. Last game, at the very beginning, he was keeping on track with the Void despite being 0-0-0, 4 kills down relative to the Faceless Void. This time, he's at the top, a good, what, 1,600 ahead of the Faceless Void? Very well done by Fortune Soul.
Now I'm just looking to see how he can look to get active in some of these fights, because he does have this Diffusal Blade along with the Falcon Blade as well. So we need to see the Slark getting active.
We do. I want to see him just get, like, even just if it's the Blade of Alacrity only.
Nice sidestep, Roger. This is out of the hook shot. Now it's forced Neon to dive a little bit deeper under the tower, so Xiao Yu, he tried to bounce off the fissure. Unfortunately, it soon expired, so a little bit of mis-execution coming up from RSG, and now this gives Neon an opportunity to turn it around as Fortune Soul leaps into the middle, finds a second kill, but Avatar Mode, he's pursuing for more because they've got Sand nearby to backstab the life of MKS as Neon capitalize on the opportunity of missed abilities on RSG.
Yeah, Jean Bond just wasn't there. I mean, obviously you've got the global presence coming through from the Ice Blast, but I feel like little things like the Ice Vortex, the Cold Feet, just preventing people from diving behind the trees and just standing around does a pretty big amount to discourage the fact that this is how you're wanting to play, or even scouting out if there's any Ancients being taken. They see that there's, what, about 1.5 stacks there, but
oh, he's already taken them.
Much more.
He's so farmed off that. Look at the Batrider's net worth. Second all of a sudden. He's got boots and blink. What? Oh no,
yeah,
top lane.
Feels pretty
Fortune
good.
Soul.
Old Fortune Soul.
The blink might catch him off guard. For the Dark Pack. They've got the vision, they've got the jump. Swashbuckle. Not going to be enough damage to bring Fortune Soul down. They're going to try and surround the Slark. They will be able to get one more leap away, but they get the clip of the Ice Blast. He's not going to be able to find any region. Now Xiao Yu can close the distance as well. He's got multiple wards to bounce off, but he just makes it to the high ground. The damage, where is it? They need one more spell. And Xiao Yu with the shield crash jumping in. It's a big kill to the Slark, who was top of the net worth, but Neon, they're still nearby to try and catch us some stragglers. Roger to the left side tries to drop the Echo. He'll still end up dying, but the damage is there for them to turn it around onto Enryu. And now this means Exilium, he's got a free fight. No hesitation for the Batrider as he just charges into the middle. They can now move over to Avatar Mode as well as MKS drops the Chronosphere without any hesitation. Recognizing there would be no answer to the Chrono, and MKS finds a big kill in itself.
Probably didn't need to drop it. I mean, he had 4 uses of the time dilation available. Puck had used literally every single spell, but and he didn't have mana either. But probably better to be safe than sorry, you know, especially considering it is this siege creep wave. So they wanted to immediately be able to convert on this into potentially another tower. Enryu's here, but no Doom for another 5 or so seconds. They will still get the tower at least, so that's a nice little bonus. Plus play hard as well.
Always impressed on how RSG bring their cores to early game fight. Oh, it's a big stack for Silum, who they spied out as well. Xiao Yu with the Rolling Thunder into the Ice Blast combination. This will be enough to get the kill. Xiao Yu's already got the Axe Shot to work with as well. Oh no.
Xiao Yu's been my MVP so far this game. Like, even just in that last fight, every use of the Swashbuckle was perfect. Rolling Thunder at the perfect time. Once the Dream Coil had already been used, it was perfect. And he just realizes the limitations of his hero. That's why he's Grandmaster on it. It's just great to see one of these players just...
Onto the Faceless Void, they might be able to blow him up. Avatar Mode, but the coil, that's enough to secure the kill, but can they get out with their own lives? They're going to just completely avoid the clockwork. They recognize the high value target in the Puck, and they can go back to play hard afterwards.
So this is what I was talking about in the draft, right? Like, this is exactly what I was talking about with the Puck being a great answer to the Faceless Void pre-BKB, but even just getting that time dilation off means that the Puck is completely vulnerable as soon as you you convert on that kill. Like, she just had no way of being able to escape. So things becoming a lot easier for Faceless Void once he gets that BKB. A lot of the time, you might look to emphasize something like a Mask of Madness just to make sure that you get good value out of the Chronosphere, but this game, he just needs BKB. He needs to live, and he needs to make sure he's popping that, because once that exists until Puck's level 25, it should be a pretty free game for this Faceless Void.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's also looking like a relatively free game for the Batrider as well. Excellent, so incredibly farmed. Top of the net worth. We were saying the Slark was farming incredibly well on Fortune Soul, but that previous death, and I think in fact
All
two
them
previous
stacks.
deaths, all them stacks, exactly right. They took a stack inside Radiant's territory, so. And at RSG, they can continue making plays though. Like you mentioned in the draft, they've got multiple heroes to play with this Ice Blast, and now Roger's got a Blink Dagger as well.
See, if we ever wondered how Xiao Bonbon gets all of this farm, he's just been dropping multiple Ice Vortexes at some of these camps that he's, we assume, stacking up for other people, but we know him. He should be okay.
Pump faking that
Also got a
roll.
Blink Dagger on Roger.
Madman's already got his own dagger to look to make
Avatar
plays. If they
mode.
spy out
Smoke
Avatar
pops.
mode.
Dire's middle tower is
Ooh,
under attack.
just saw Roger in the tree line. Look at that though. As soon as they see them away from the tower, Seth brings his little minions to take their own T1 tower, which is going to be big for Neon now to open up the map. Stem the bleeding a little bit. Mid lane, coil out, Avatar mode. The instant answer with the Aghanim shot from Xiao Yu is going to protect him. It is a Rolling Thunder now expended, so RSG will not have this in their toolkit. And now the backline, that's a great jump from Play Hard. Down to the Earthshaker. The Hand of God's going to buy a little bit of space for the Clockwork as well, and they'll even run into the Ancient Apparition. So both supports going down from RSG, and the Clockwork lives through it all.
All are healed, man. It's you gotta love seeing it. I love it. I love it so much. And actually, he's gone for a really early Aghanim Shard for himself. So wants to be able to group up with this Thunderhide and start putting a little bit of pressure onto these towers. Say what you want for Neon's lineup for being pretty successful in being able to team fight. They do not push very well. So I like that they identified this big need for themselves, and they're going to address it with this Ancient Thunderhide assisting with the push.
Oh, the supports also just have a crap time at dealing with summons. Now imagine an Ancient just running at the AA or the Earthshaker.
Oh, yeah.
This Thunder?
Through. I don't believe that was under any kind of vision. So, although the Thunderhide wasn't caught by it, so maybe they're just going to use it as bait for now. But who are they going to be able to find? Who are they going to be able to lock in on? I think it's so important to just make sure that MKS dies consistently without being able to pick up that BKB. Try and waste as much unreliable gold from him as possible. But they're just pinging it out. They're saying, hey, what's this Ancient Thunderhide doing walking over this way?
Trying to follow behind it. They're going to be able to scout out the positioning of Ser. Not much committed. An Ice Blast, which has got 60-second cooldown at level 1. Excellent, might see Avatar mode shortly. Yeah, he gets a jump. He needs to drag him towards Roger's location, but the stun lock gets a little bit too late. Great timing out of Avatar mode. He's going to jump in the river. The Madman lands the coil onto 2. He gets the kill. And now they got the fall from Enryu. A beautiful jump in. They'll still lose Avatar mode. But maybe Neon can turn this back around with 2 members gone out of the decks as Enryu runs into the Earthshaker. But where's the fall? Fortune Soul is nowhere nearby. So Xiao Yuki looked to charge in. He's got the Rolling Thunder to chain control and multiple wards to bounce back off, but Fortune Soul, okay, he's got the Scepter now. Maybe this might be able to catch him off guard to jump into the middle. He's gonna part to the high ground, look for the backstab, but RSG, they're aware of this attempt.
I mean, you got to go for those ballsy dives, right, on Avatar mode. A lot of people were thinking it was absolutely crazy to go for that attempt. But again, it's all about just making sure this Faceless Void has the worst time possible. He's 2 levels behind the Slark now, who's got his Aghanim Scepter. And again, this is pre-BKB on the Faceless Void. So I really want to see them just group up and do exactly what they just did again. Just move on forward, take some towers, take some map real estate.
At the river,
This would be a big kill.
Yeah, excellent. Playing with the BKB. Just sidesteps the hook shot. They're smoked up on RSG though, because MKS got the chrono at the ready. Looking to find an avenue to enter the team fight. But Neon, they have backed up. Back to the safety of their T2 tower. They will be okay. Are they gonna go Roche?
Not so confident in that. That'll be all
Does he
too
play
successful.
hard?
will they?
Neon, they're not too close to try and protect the clockwork. I don't know if Chen wants to use the hand of God this time as well to keep him alive, but play hard. He's taking through a lot of spells. Up to the high ground though, they get the chrono into the ice blast. The Slark's in trouble and Zhao Yu just jumps inside the chrono, no messing around. They're looking to take the Slark in, now the puck out of the team fighters launches in. The Echo Slam to hold Avatar mode into place, and our RSG can swarm towards the last remaining member of the Doom. The last shot to drag him into multiple members of RSG, as there will be no escape from Enryu, as RSG only lose their carry in MKS.
So did you put Longer Street onto Exilone because he's on a godlike one at the moment, 9 kills, and well, it's just looking like continuing. I mean, the fact that he was able to get this out of a game into a puck, which certainly isn't easy, just that really early purchase of the BKB was a great choice from him, and into the Slark. I mean, they just finding pickoff after pickoff with perfect succession.
No, I in fact put it over. Hold that thought, because top. See what fortune? Oh yes, beautiful Aghanim shard. What an item! Deals with the puck coil, deals with the leash on the Slark. He's top of the net worth, dude. This is actually one of the few heroes I will be okay. Like, you know how you have your Earthshaker thing? The Pango, position 3.
The Pango off
Zhao
lane,
Yu's got
we're
my
talking,
heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's even blinking out just in time, being able to pop an initial smoke coming through. So
He's still... No way. They get... he should still go down.
roll up.
They're even going to commit the Doom, so... Won't have that opportunity. Meanwhile, to the top, MKS. He's also forced out a BKB, but the rest of Neon are trying to sweep towards the outpost. The hookshot's going to be able to lock the Earthshaker into place. Another Clockwork's trying to catch up to the face of the Void as well. They've got to be cautious. Close to the objective, so Silon's going to be able to TP in. He's got to play the distance though through the team fight. He doesn't have members to be able to stick around and charge into the middle. And he's recognizing this. You see Silon, a pogo forward, so not going to get caught by the War Stomp.
They got the Ice Blast ready. They're just waiting for the chrono, but it's still 25 seconds away. Really, perhaps thinking that maybe Neon will use this time without the Pangolier to consider going into the Roche pit. The heck just happened?
It was Ice Blast. I didn't see it land, but looks like Zhao Bonbon was able to snipe the Clockwork.
Right, nicely done. Speaking of the Pango as well, he's 800 gold away from being able to finish up that Lincoln's. When I saw it queued up previously, I was like, what is he doing it for? I guess the Doom is a pretty valuable target, and well, we saw why. Just giving over that huge kill streak over to Avatar mode brings him up into his next item, which is the Kyron Sange. Means that he can play that a little bit more aggressively. You know, you're only really worried about the Chronosphere now at this stage on the puck. Obviously, the lasso, the stuns coming through from the Shaker, and even the Pango doesn't feel great, but they're not going to chain lock you down. Chronosphere will. They have Rocket Flare in 3 seconds. I don't think they're going to be able to take this fast enough. They should know exactly what's going on Neon.
Gotta be ready for the hook shot though. There's the vision. Where's the angle for the Clockwork to go for the steal with the Rolling Thunder into the BKB? There's no messing around for Irish here. They're gonna make sure they secure it at all costs.
Dire's middle tower
Okay.
is under attack.
Taking the real conservative route. I mean, that's probably not the way that you want to spend your second BKB usage at MKS, but again, just to have that second life. Again, this is one of the big counters to these big team fight ultimate heroes, right? And we were talking about, well, what can you do against a Doom, really? Well, Wraith King obviously is the best option. Aegis on any other hero is the second best.
Dire's bottom
If you give that
tower
into the
is
hands of
under
the
attack.
Slark, then... Or even Avatar mode as well, just maybe helping out with his position to find that jump. So now you're not going to be playing with the Aegis on Neon, like you mentioned, the counters into the Void, and also just helping out with them a little bit of a deficit. Again, a very similar position though to what we had in game 1, where Neon, they were keeping steady with RSG. But it came down to some of these really key team fights around the mid game where RSG was able to get some distance away from Neon's lineup.
MKS now, he's got his Aghanim Shard just purchased up as soon as he hit level 15, really prioritizing just spamming out that Time Walk as much as possible to be able to get a little bit of information for the backlines. They don't have the luxury of having someone like that Clockwork or a Beastmaster just for that little bit of extra vision. So that's exactly what MKS is going to do. He's going to make sure it puts himself onto the front lines. You've got Roger and Exilern backing him up on the left.
They see them. Look at the ward on the high ground. Enry gets the jump. They should be able to deal with the first sniper. They're instantly going to try and turn it around to the Doom to make sure there's no ultimate. And now res the rest of the team.
Nice blink.
They're late to the party. Let's play hard. Stuck in the tree line, but Avatamo with a follow-up. Coil onto 3, but he's still caught in the tree line. The Aeon is going to protect
There's
him for
the
the
chrono.
moment, but it will do nothing against the Chronosphere. But the damage, it's lacking without the Ice Blast and without the help of the Pangoli. They're going to be able to chase him down with all the ultimates on cooldown. Neon can capitalize as they'll get rid of the Pango. They're even going to eye up MKS as well. The extra movement coming out from the Aghanim Shard, helping out with his Time Walk range. Fortune Soul's going to see... No, okay. MKS will live to see another day.
It's nearly a fantastic team fight for Neon. It was still good, don't get me wrong. And really the puck showing why in the Chronosphere, yeah, it's the thing that can catch you out, but I'm really just impressed with a lot of the itemization coming through from both teams, to be honest. That Aeon Disc, a great follow-up to the Kyra and Sange, means that you're very survivable through a lot of any kind of burst that's coming through. And they know that they need to get that sort of burst through onto the puck to enable these heroes that need to zip in and out. The Pango, the Batrider, the Faceless Void. That's the style that they're wanting to be playing. And same sort of thing on RSG. You've got BKB and Lincoln's queued up on the Faceless Void, on the Batrider. No BKB on the Pango, but Lincoln's for him too.
They're all no. Echoes off the mark from Roger, but Enryu, he's going to make sure he does not miss. The Doom leashing the Void together, and now with the backline as Avatar Mode finds an angle to drop the coil. As Fortune Soul will not have a care in the world, it can easily disengage.
Big miss on that Echo Slam as well.
Oh, maybe just baiting. They'll find the lasso. They kept the Rolling Thunder at the last second as well. They're going to push him back under the tier 4 towers. Some nice spell casting from RSG to at least get the kill onto Enryu.
Aetherland's certainly helping out a little bit there for Exilur. He's level 20 as well, so he's going to have that little bit of extra damage coming through in the AoE aspect, either through the Firefly or the extra Flame Break charges, like the Flame Break, just to be able to do even things like helping out his supports by bumping the Clockwork outside of the cogs if they lock in onto the AO or the Earthshaker. Although they both have 4 staffs already, so again, just more correct itemization coming through, realizing that you can't just build the same cookie cutter way every single game.
Who do you feel like is happier with the status quo of the game that we've got? Neon with a very, very slight net worth advantage 30 minutes in.
I would say Neon right now, but if you could get into these Lincoln Spheres on RSG, I think they're going to be just feeling super confident, right? Like, they don't have the capabilities to be able to pop it really easily. Chen doesn't want to be on the front lines. I don't think they lucked out with being able to get any of the targeting items yet on Neon, although they haven't really been jungling. But have a look at what Enryu's doing. He's going into that AoE silence coming through from the Doom, so not even going to care about the Lincoln Sphere. Again, it's just good reactionary play coming through from both of these teams.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So he's getting slowed down a little bit. Without the...
Xiaoponbon's going into a sheep's thing.
Dire's bottom tower is
Alright.
under attack.
Optimistic, but... we'll see how long it's going to take for him to get it.
Dire are scanning.
There's a smoke out
Not
of
long
Neon.
at all.
No, not long. Nothing crazy from the Ancient Apparition. At least he's got the Ag Shard to play with. Honestly, he's a lot more farm than I was expecting.
He's just
Look
been
at this,
spamming
though.
out that Ice Vortex.
Are they going to make the play onto Fortune Soul? They've got a ward on the higher ground. Fortune Soul, yeah, he's going to ping it out. He's going to see
don't have the
another
damage.
ward shortly, but look at the wraparound. Neon coming to the backside of this top lane. They're not going to see anyone for the moment, and the Rocket Flare is going to be off the mark as well.
They need all the boys.
Let's see if they can kill him off. Chrono into the Ice Blast. The damage, it should be enough. As Neon, do they still want to take the fight? Norman the Corona's on cooldown, but towards the right side with Lasso. Excellent has been able to catch up, play hard with Xiao Yu nearby. They'll get rid of the clockwork. And this means that Neon, they have no task to be able to turn this one back around without the members. They've just got to look to get out.
Yeah, damage just is not there if Slark isn't around, and well, they're even able to get that pick off. Well worth using the lasso onto the clockwork because, again, he is the one thing, maybe the Puck as well, that just stops these supports from having a good team fight. And we saw there Roger just being able to use the Fissure reliably, getting off a nice Ice Blast into the Ice Vortex as well. Xiao Bonbon, he's having another big influence on this game. He's picked up one of those parts for the sheep stick. Is not too far away. It's only the Void Stone, but still.
Radiant's top tower
Oh,
has
it's a big
fallen.
item if he can find it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised with how farmed he is at the moment. I don't know. What, 2-second cooldown on Ice Vortex? You just spam this out?
Yeah.
I could see it. It might take a while. He's going to be food as well early on. At least he's got those defensive items. That's the main thing. You got the Force, you got the Glimmer. Now you can look to itemize for that little bit of control. You know, against a Slark, it's great. Against the Puck, it's even better. I mean, that's really the big reason why you're picking it up.
You've also got a Lincoln Sphere about... Well, you can pick it up now, actually, on the Faceless Void. So he's incredibly more survivable now. BKB as well on top of everything else. Now he can look to go into the damage. They were lacking a little bit of damage. You know, we've seen a couple of times Chronospheres used without significant kills coming off the back of them. But it's going to become less of a factor once you pick up your level 20, once you get that Mjolnir timing. It really feels like that's the timing that RSG are playing for. And it's a pretty quick Roche as well. It's just spawned very quickly after the minimum timer, and they're going to smoke perfectly in sync with that, although it's Neon that have the first bit of information with the Satyr. Tormentor being the first one to scout that out. They're going to first smoke themselves. Pick off into Roche, that's the name of the game.
And Enry just completed the Scepter. So this freshly picked up item for the Doom could spell disastrous as Enry jumps in straight towards the Batrider. They go with a lasso, not option for Sillin. He's going to be in some trouble. They'll turn to deal with the Faceless Void instead, but the BKBs are off. They've been able to kite the Doom, and now RSG, they might be able to enter the fight. As soon as it expires, MKS gonna wind up the Chronosphere, finding two with the Fissure chain control. The damage, it's not there at the moment to be able to deal with the Puck, so maybe Fortune Soul can look to turn it around. It's gonna be all onto the Slark, but the damage, it's not there. Now that they can kite the Slark throughout the tree line, he's having some difficulties for the moment. Depth Shroud still to play with one more pounce, but the Echo's not there. They're gonna miss on Roger, but still Fortune Soul hiding in that little nook, and he'll make it out. Oh my, by the skin of his teeth, the Slark lives.
Oh, Avatar Mode's going in for more. You madman. He wants the supports, he's hungry.
And he might be able to get it.
Slark as well on
it back
MKS.
for the moment. Down to the south, Fortune Soul, unable to finish the kill into MKS. Avatar Mode's gonna move for more, can make it a bash. And he bashes, you bet they are. MKS, a second hit bash. And Avatar Mode should go down finally. He made him work for it. But in the end, they needed the buyback coming out of Exilern to be able to kill off the Puck.
They might just look to re-engage here on Neon. I mean, they've got everyone up. Puck has the buyback. No boots of travel, so still going to be 30 seconds away from reconnecting into the fight. But with this Roche on offer, it really does feel like it's worth it. They had to spend a lot. Chronosphere.
See MKS? The long hook shot into Fortune Soul's FOP as well. They're going to be able to pop the Linkage with the Time Walk. MKS just gets down to the right side. Xiao Yu's going to look to make as much chaos as he possibly can throughout the middle. It splits up Fortune Soul. He's by himself, gets some distance, but the Depth Shroud is not enough. They get rid of the Slark. The damage over time from Exilern was enough to capitalize, and that was all off the back of Xiao Yu's Rolling Thunder as well, just cutting a path in the middle so they could separate the fight and kill off the Slark.
And that was the double flame breaks coming into the equation as well. Just that initial damage coming through inside the Depth Shroud was enough to be able to pick him off. He didn't use the BKB that entire time. It's still at 8 seconds. If there's any time that you're wanting to use BKB, it's right before this second Roshan, especially when they've used a buyback onto the Batrider.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, second ages
Radiant's
over to
bottom tower
RSG.
has fallen.
And the Aghanim Shard now to play with as well. And they're going to give that one over to Exilon, which is
He's the only one that doesn't have it. He's
Oh,
the
my
only one
God.
that doesn't
There
have it.
you go.
Everyone else does. So it's a little bit of
Alright,
charity
alright.
coming through. I mean, any little bit of extra damage is going to feel nice, right? He's even going into a Linken's of his own.
If they found a fissure into a lasso, easy like that. Absorb Wards once again from RSG, proving to be a big reason of why they can get some of these pick-offs and advantages in the team fights.
Middle tower is under attack.
Right, so that's a killing spree at the moment for Xiao Yu. So he only needs another 7 for me to
Oh,
win my
okay.
prediction. You know me,
Oh,
I'm all
lovely.
about the points.
Oh yes, yes, the points, the points. Well, my prediction is MKS and his, yeah, he's a little bit off.
It's a little off. You can get there.
What
I
are
have
the
faith.
others, right?
Mhm. Man, can we just talk again about how they did that last team fight? The
No,
AoE
we
dude,
cannot,
it was
because
the,
you,
shut up.
he's in. No, you shut up. It's Clockwork. He's in some trouble in Ice Blast with the Rolling Thunder. An easy 1-2 punch from RSG and Silon. Looking to
Wanted more.
drag, yeah, almost. They had a really good ward nearby to play with, but that's all they'll get on RSG.
I just want to see if they're able to do again what they did that last fight. Like, the AoE Doom was fantastic, but there was just people getting force-stuffed every which way, making sure to break it, meant that you got the BKB off on Exilern, as well as
He's in.
the,
There we
Basis
go.
Void.
There's the Scepter Doom. They're going to force stuff him down further inside the base. They'll deal with the... Hang on. I don't know if you want to drag the
cast
Doom.
range.
Don't take him closer to his teammates. Look at all the control. This is giving a free fight over to Neon. Stark is trying to get the damage out, but he's nowhere to be seen. Pounces to the left, and now MKS is back in the middle. A Chrono to shut down the life for the Doom. But they're going to be cautious though on RSG. They have committed a lot of ultimates at round 1. I don't think they've got enough in the tank to set themselves up for a second round.
Still got Echo, and they're conscious of that on Neon, so they're going to back off. Almost every other cooldown being used at that stage. Xiao Yu actually level 25 with the Pango Rolling Thunder available. Only the 50-second cooldown right now. Want to try and go up onto this high ground if they can, especially with a couple of buybacks being used. They're going to back off.
Feels like there's just so much weight on the Slark's shoulder to get into the middle where the coil is out and just so he can start to stack the essence up. Because if he's not, it just seems like RSG are doing an incredible job to kite him.
Even just landing it onto the pounces consistently onto the Faceless Void, right? Gets 6 of those Essence Shift stacks up if he's able to land both of them. So actually, he's even gone the level 20 talent for the extra agility each time. So I think that's 4 Essence Shifts stolen. Maybe it doesn't affect the pounce, but still, it feels really significant for Fortune Salt if he's able to get onto the Void just for what it does for the reduced damage coming through.
Ooh, okay. Puck just got level 25 as well. This... Well, you can't kite this coil now, and we have seen multiple times that Avatar mode has gotten some pretty exceptional ultimates out. So this is really going to enable now this AoE Doom and, again, the Slark to get some essence.
Freaking Xiao Bonbon, just inside the Dire jungle, farming his way up towards that Scythe of Ice. He's almost level 20 as well. He's even holding onto the Stormcrafter just to enable himself to farm a bit better. Now, this is one of my pubs. Just my support off away from the rest of the team, doing his own thing. But for him, it's with a really good reason.
That it is indeed. And look at that. MKS is like, yeah, nah, sorry, brother. I want my butterfly as well. 3 bounties is definitely going to help out. So, love and life. Some other level 25s as well. The Pangolier getting the Rolling Thunder cooldown, so down to 50 seconds. And you have the Bat Rider with the sticky. Wait, what did he go for? Yeah, so
Yeah,
the Flame
sticky.
Break applies to sticky.
Oh,
Alright,
look at this
smoke up.
positioning from Roger.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It is perfect. And the Vision's even better. Roger is in with the combo, but they only killed off one. But the Doom, a vital component to the team fight, is Neon. They're going to get out. They can't stick around, but they won't have the opportunity. as Xiao Yu chases down the Chem. The two heroes gone without a buyback and maybe just game.
That's a confirmed dieback as well, coming through there. Avatar just doing every little bit that he can. He's got the overwhelming blink now, so that's a nice way to be able to, you know, go onto the back lines, immediately pop any of these blinks that they might be looking to use. But I feel like the weight of this is just way too much for a Puck solo to be able to do. At least until he's got the Dream Coil. Maybe then you could look to go for some amazing play. But it's another 10 seconds away. We've already lost one lane of Rax. Will they stick around to commit for the second? Maybe Chen alive with the Puck. Full-on commit, but no BKB on the Slark makes you feel so horrible.
Yeah, and they use coil as well.
They just coiled.
Hook shot, down in the tree line. 4 staffs from both sides to get out, but unfortunately for the Clockwork, he doesn't have this capability. So they instantly split away, and it just puts the Clock in a compromised position where RSG can find the kill, and now they can reset with that. They're happy with what they've gotten. A full set of barracks, a little bit of damage onto the tier 3 tower, and they will get out with a lot of economic advantage through their side. 20,000 net worth lead for RSG now.
Just realized that Xiao Yu actually went ahead and consumed the Aghanim's Blessing as well. So he's got that upgraded shield crash, he's going to go into the Wind Waker for himself, and just that Diffusal Blade being able to consistently go off in a lot of these fights really just amps up all of that AoE damage that you're wanting to do. Fortunately, not the other level 15 talent, but yeah, it's forgivable for sure. He's playing a fantastic game. Still, top of the net worth on this Pango, 44 minutes in. Roger, he's on his cliff. Cliff of Roger.
Cliff of Roger, okay. Roger's cliff,
They
that
see it.
is
He's getting off the Cliff of Roger very soon.
Very soon. The Cliff of Roger will stay. What do we got? Oh, a haste on Sillern. Well, now you have to coil him. You need some way to hold down the Batrider, who's got Octarine and Spell Prism to play with.
Can't be going in too quickly. Roger just used the fissure to be able to
Ryu on
go
high
down
ground,
onto the
smoke's
low
gonna
ground.
pop.
Yeah, instantly blinking on out. Roger putting his life on the line with the gem, so it was a little bit of a risky choice, but very quick on the fingers, making it feel not so bad. Do they have any vision inside the base? MKS is going to put his body up there first. Who's going to be the one to walk on forward? Doesn't seem like anyone so far. Ooh, Puck.
Oh, they get him. He's got the Aeon Disc. He should be okay, but they can just drop the Chronosphere afterwards. The hook on the backline is going to stop the counter initiation from Roger now. And Ryu's going to be in with the Doom, but he's on the wrong side of the fissure. They need the coil to hold the Void into place. They get the Force up to the north, but it breaks the coil. And now Neon, they can look to pounce for more. This might be their opportunity, but the Ice Block to turn
great
around.
combo.
They blow up Ryu. Fortune Soul is okay for the moment, but as soon as the BKB expires, Roger's in. An echo onto the Slug. And now Xiao Yu with the Hex as well, thanks to Xiao Bonbon. Will keep the Puck locked into place. As they've got the numbers advantage, RSG even losing MKS. They can look to stick around and claim more members of Neon, and they might be able to catch up to the Puck. Sillern's hunting, but doesn't have the capability to keep up, it looks like.
Going for the final hunt, but even if he caught him, wouldn't have had the ability to stop that TP away. Just another great team fight coming out from RSG. Man, look at the net worth, what it's actually happened in the past, 5 or so minutes, maybe a little bit more. They're just completely plummeting towards RSG's side off the back of these really clutch late game team fights. I mean, this is what fans of the SEA region really saw Nigma Galaxy see as having the big strength of once it got to that late game, once it got to the 35, 40 plus minute mark. But RSG, they're giving them a run for their money.
Dude, what a performance it's been from Sillern. This guy is 17, 1, and 21. Holy crap, he has just performed on another level of the Batrider. A big reason of why they are in this commanding position in Game 2. I mean, probably one fight away of closing out this series and moving on.
But what's the kill streak like, though? That's what we all want to know.
I think he was...
It's at least 8.
Did he die with 10? I don't remember, honestly.
I think he died with 9. I might be wrong. Xiao Yu as well. He's holding on to the aesthetics cap. So that's going to be very important. I mean, Doom still going to ruin your day, but Pounce, not so much. Dream Coil, not so much. So it really does feel like the exact sort of thing that he's wanting to be able to play around, just because without that BKB, he still does feel a tiny bit vulnerable, but everything else in his toolkit's just still top of the net worth, man. Still.
Yeah. Yeah, Xiao Yu Pango is definitely a scary threat. He's got the Wind Waker just if need defensively. I mean, can help out with his Rolling Thunder chain control, but I think more than likely to be used to keep a core alive through probably the coil, even maybe the pounce or reposition out of the Doom. So I do like this itemization, just making sure they have that defensive toolkit to not throw this lead. 30,000 up, and like you said, Roche is up. Radiant have very good vision around the pit. And honestly, it's if they're ever going to take a fight... Yeah, that's...
Now they do.
With the orb, now they do.
And they rocketed bottom. I was wondering if maybe that would have caught them off guard, but they know where the illusory orb came from. So they know the puck is around that sort of area, not farming off in the jungle, not pushing out lanes. Double damage. Just gonna, yeah. Avatar mode's just gonna try and claim it quickly. Even
they drop the wall. They know exactly where they are, but Silin gets a jump. He's going to be forced to lasso the Chen instead, but now the Cronus here from MKS onto the Doom, the Hand of God. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep Enryu alive. Azara Shi, they're too far ahead. Up to the north. A beautiful dodge of the Echo Slam, the phase shift coming out of the perfect timing from Avatar mode. So he was able to get out of harm's way, at least for the moment. But the sticky napalms are starting to stack up, and back to Fortune Soul's location. The Ice Blast, it's on connection. But he will be able to get out of harm's way. Multiple heroes buying back on Neon, but they just can't re-enter the fight. Those buybacks give them nothing.
gives them absolutely nothing. And, well, you've even got the Doom. He's level 20, sure, but it's the only real ultimate that you've got left to play around, and it does kind of feel like they're on a hiding to nothing here. They're just going to back off. They know that the damage coming through from Neon is very lacking. So RSG, they're just going to clump around their high ground, make sure that they can wait out a few of these cooldowns, even if it's just the Ice Blast. It does so much to be able to contest into a
Lane Xiao with the roll up. Let's see if the chain control is going to be perfect. To the Ice Blast fall, they're going to knock him out of the Ice Blast.
Did he blink back into
Enryu,
it? No.
Oh no, Enryu doesn't have to blink to re-enter. Down to the right side though, MKS trying to find the opening, but back to Enryu, the Doom, it's just not providing them anything. Because a perfect fissure location means the Slark has got no follow-up. It can finally pounce over the fissure, trying to stack up the essence, but RSG, they're just again kiting the Slark into oblivion. It does not matter what they do on Neon. The Slark can never have a free fight.
Not sure what that Shed tip is about. Poor Seth is just standing around trying to heal everybody, but there's the limit to what you can do on this position 5. Just like you were saying before, the kiting in these team fights is next level coming through from RSG. No one ever seems to be able to get that instant lockdown to be able to get the full burst through. That's what happens when you go for one of these deeper dives, when you don't actually have the spells to convert onto it. Doom is nice, but you need much more, especially when you were already behind by 40k. Even now, I believe you've got a nullifier available for MKS, so even the puck with that Aeon disc isn't going to be saved. Ooh, so close to going down there, Roger.
Oh, that's not good when you got a coil like that. I guess he's got an Arcane at least, so 30-second cooldown, but Xiao Yu, first stun into the second. He's got the Aeon disc at least, so should be able to make it out. Exion's going to try and pop the refresher and chase him down, but they're back inside the base. They have kited a lot.
The nullifier in the backpack of MKS at the time, so unfortunately wasn't able to convert. Don't want to give up this first life for free though, especially underneath the tower with all of that slows coming through from the overwhelming blink. Plus everything else, but yeah, this is last lane being pushed in. Dream Coil available, but again, no Slark means no damage.
A hook shot to the back line. They got the Doomfall up as well, but Mimo inside the base. The Chrono onto the puck. MKS doesn't have the damage though. So the Chrono's going to be wasted, and now he's on the wrong side of the fissure. He's still got the Aegis to play with, and the damage is just not there. Avatar mode's going to try and deal with the supports instead. They're the targets they might be able to bring down, but the ultimates have expired. The Doom's on cooldown. The Chen's gone from the face of the earth. Another puck soon to join him 6 feet under as RSG will have to go through him one more time to close out this game. They might even be able to get the Slark instead. In and out they go. Back to the objectives. Soon to be Mega Creeps on the cards.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Man, they're committing so heavily onto just being able to kill that AA. Avatar mode buys back just for the purpose of trying to kill him. He's going to try and get the Earthshaker as well, and might end up doing that. Although, is he going to be able to get away? Off the mark? Oh, just back inside the base. But what a great purchase of this Scythe of Ice has been for the AA so far. Multiple times, Clockwork just hooks into his death, basically. Even just getting the... before the cogs is even able to be dropped down, being able to get that stun through onto him. It's just been a fantastic performance again
gotta go.
from Xiao Bon Bon. They're going to try, but
They blocked the hook shot. So the clock just has to run into the middle. They will kill Roger on the backline, but in the middle, that's where the damage is being dealt onto the Slark, who does not have a buyback. Avatar mode is trying to make as much space as possible for the puck, but the creeps are inside. RSG just turning towards the objectives. In fact, they want some kills as well to be able to celebrate this first series victory of the TI-11 regional qualifiers, as RSG will come out on top in 2-0 fashion.
I think it's a result that everyone was expecting. Exilern getting the longest kill streak with 11. Highest magic damage. All right, we got that one there. Most denies MKS. Total player deaths, I said probably a little bit less than that, but doesn't matter. Predictions, they mean nothing because they are through to top 6 RSG. So very, very valuable performance coming through from them. Probably something that a lot of people would have been expecting, but